What's happening, everybody? Christian Pedersen here, welcoming you back. Yes, it's been a hiatus. You're right. We don't do winter season very well. I'm not a basketball aficionado. I've had a kid coming. There's been a lot going on. So sorry. We're starting back up now with more top recruit interviews, though, because baseball season is here. And you know our show absolutely fiends for baseball. We're joined by Nathan Hikes from West Hills High School. He's committed to play baseball at Cal State Chico or Chico State. I actually don't know what is more commonly referred to. We will get to all of that with him. He is a senior, like I said, at West Hills. Congratulations on your decision, my man. Thank you for joining us. Let's start there. Which one is it? Is it Chico State or is it Cal State Chico? What
Um,
what do you say? Where did you commit to? Which of those schools?
I say Chico.
All right, deal. He committed to Chico.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that decision. Have long said that if you are a baseball player here in San Diego and you move on to any level, NAIA, JUCO, D1, or straight to the majors like Marcelo Mayer, like you're a dog. You're a dog. You're an absolute great baseball player. So congratulations there. But what was the decision on Chico for you?
Um, it just came down to I wanted to both, pitch and hit. Um, Talked to the coach there and he said that he'd let me two-way. And so that was just kind of the main focus, trying to swing the bat as long as I can. And yeah, just
So
keep playing.
let's talk then about the process, because there might be some freshmen, sophomores, eighth graders, just kids younger out there that are in that same mindset as you. They want to go play at the next level, but they don't know how to like find the right fit. What did you do that maybe led you up to Cal State Chico? Was it you just decided to hit and pitch as well as you could? Did you have to, what's just maybe some recruiting advice you would give to the younger kids now that you're done with your journey?
Yeah, just work on what you think is your best thing and work hard on that. And then um yeah, I went to a lot of camps, showcases, and they were the first ones that just showed interest, when I showed up. So
So it was
yeah,
all love from day one. Like they were in early on you and you said, what's up? Like, let's do this thing. I got love back for you guys.
yeah, I showed up to their camp, met all the coaches, and as soon as they saw me hit, they talked to me, and I got on the mound and closed out the game that we were playing, and just went from there.
So is that going to be the ideal combo? If you had to map it out, your let me hit and play first outfield, like what, like something like let me be a position player first 6 or 8 innings, and then I'll come in and close it out. That's the ideal
Yeah,
game for you.
yeah, that's the most fun for me, getting the hit all game and then coming in and closing it down for that ninth inning. Yeah,
I feel like in baseball, Shohei right now has people's minds like, oh my gosh, like reawakened to the possibility. But like at the youth levels, it's not that unrealistic to just kind of always be in the field 24/7 and play first base or left field or catcher or whatever it is for a couple innings, then go in and pitch. And like you kind of got to know how to do everything. How do you balance that, focusing on pitching and wanting to obviously like learn the craft, and you're not just going up there rearing back throwing 102? Like you got to know what you're doing on the mound, but also to be able to focus on hitting. Like how do you balance your approach and your time when it comes to baseball for that, because it's almost two different skills?
yeah. Um, just a lot of hours training and just knowing your body. I mean, I pitch from the right side and then hit from the left, so two different things going on there too. Um, yeah, just a lot of putting hours towards it and training.
You talk about hitting from the left side. Lefties have the sweeter swings. Yes, it's like
Yeah.
like there's no doubt or discussion about that, right?
Yep.
Who has the best? Best is subjective. In your baseball opinion, who has the smoothest, most beautiful left-handed swing in the game?
I've always liked to watch Bryce Harper. Just watching his swing, it's awesome.
Fair enough. I've been big on, as much as I hate Cody Bellinger from his time on the Dodgers, his relaxed approach at the plate from that left side, just nothing to it. And then all of a sudden the ball's like 450 feet deep. It's like Bryce Harper may be a little bit more violent in the swing.
Yeah.
But in general, yeah, those lefty swings, they're absolutely fantastic. Let's talk about your time at West Hills. What has it been like for you being a member of the Wolfpack for these 4 years of high school? What has this journey been?
Um, it's been fun. I got to play with all my friends that I played travel ball with before high school started. and just being able to develop over the 4 years with those guys. It's really been fun.
Now, I always got to ask at West Hills, and I know that you're probably, you might not be tired of this because you probably don't do a ton of interviews that ask you about this, but I know most West Hill kids are like, ah, ha, 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 blue field, whatever. Would you want a blue baseball field if West Hills decided one day to just be like, look, the pool is already technically blue, the football slash soccer field track, whatever, it's blue. Like, we should just lean into this as a school.
No,
No,
that would not be good. No,
no, you don't want alternating light and dark blue stripes throughout the infield throwing off those ground balls.
no. I'm good with the grass, the green grass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, I always got to ask, man. Okay, so let's talk then about this season specifically for West Hills. Tell us a little bit about what the first week or two has been like, how the team's looking this year. What's the vibe inside the dugout?
Yeah, I mean, we went off to a hot start. Didn't do too good yesterday, but 3-1. We got some really good pitchers this year. Um, got a couple senior pitchers that just shut it down. Our defense is minimal errors. Um, our hitting will come around, and then we're going to be a pretty good team. But we're just waiting on that hitting.
Hey, look, man, you're 4 games in, and I know you talk about a bad game yesterday, prisoner of the moment sometimes. Baseball, it takes 10 games to even figure out what the team's vibe is, but you're happy out the gate. You mentioned some senior pitching. Is this year's senior class kind of got a little bit of a chip on its shoulder of like, hey, it's our time now? What have your guys' mindset been?
Yeah, I think past couple of years we just been so close. Last year we went out first in CIF, so I think they're just coming back ready to go and you know won it this year.
For a baseball, for a football team, for some of those types of sports, you play 10 games and you talk about like, oh, it's such a physical grind and whatnot. Baseball to me has always been nuts because you got to play 20 something games. And no, you're not crashing into each other physically, like that kind of injuries, but it's a pretty draining grind to be playing at the high level that you have to be playing. I look up and down your schedule. You guys have Grossmont, you have LCAP, you have Scripps, Coronado, Christian, Madison, Point Loma, Mater Dei, Saint. Like you have a lot of really, really good teams. So there's not really like a stretch where you can say, hey, if we get to week 4 of the season, then we've played our toughest thing and like it gets easier physically from here. So what does it take for people that maybe don't understand to sustain that level all season long, 20, 30 plus games for you guys to play at such a high level?
I think it just you got to make sure you're always healthy and make sure you're keeping your arm healthy and really getting your sleep, getting your eating, mixing some weight rooms, and just sticking to it.
So for you guys, I know that Santana technically is like the school rival. Is that the baseball program's rival though, or is there a different game that you have circled or series of games that you have circled on the calendar this year where you're like, hey, if you're going to come out to one West Hills game, this is the absolute one. We're coming for blood there.
Yeah, for sure. Santana's up there. I know we go back and forth with El Cap, so they're always a good game. But yeah, I think we got Santana once this year, and we're coming for them.
So the Santana one applies across all programs at West Hills and Santana. You guys still consider each other rivals no matter what. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Baseball players are traditionally rather superstitious, if you will. And I don't mean that as an insult. We have all done it as baseball people. Anything that you got going on this year, walk up music, pregame snacks, got to rub pine tar on your head, got to say a certain something to something like anything you got going on this year that is the superstition you're willing to share with us?
Oh man. Let's see. I mean, I always got to have seeds with me. I just
Okay.
play better with some seeds. Yeah.
What are we talking about? What is the favorite flavor of seeds?
I got to go chili lime.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
How did we arrive at chili lime being the favorites? Is that because no one else was chewing them and you just got stuck with them, or did you genuinely want something spicy? Because that feels like that could be a little bit much after a whole game of that.
Yeah. I mean, I just always went with like barbecue or something, and then my coach had them, and let me have some, and I just ever since been going back to them.
and been going back to them well, and been like, we have no way to prove that that's not the reason why everything is working out, that you're able to hit tanks and close out games. It could be that's just how weird baseball is sometimes with okay, so chili lime seeds, hitting
Yep.
bombs for the first 6 innings, closing games out in the seventh. You're headed to Chico. Let's then, I always like to close out with, for seniors specifically, what do you guys want the legacy to be of this senior class for your program and for your school? So for you guys at West Hills, what do you want to leave behind as the class of 2024 for this baseball program in terms of a legacy?
Ooh,
That
I don't
doesn't
know.
something big and heavy. I mean, that could just be hard work. It could be have fun. It could be something like that. But I always like to give seniors a chance, just to put tie a little bow on their time at their school.
Yeah, I'd say just believe in yourself and put in the hard work, and if you really want to keep playing, you can find somewhere to go, or you know, hard work will get you there.
There you go. Hey, I think that hits it perfectly because, like I said at the beginning, when you go anywhere out of San Diego as a baseball player, you wind up getting some good respect on you. There was a different West Hills kid who went to San Diego State a couple years, or more than a couple years ago, as a very lowly thought of pitcher, and he wound up making about $400 million in the majors. Steven Strasburg changed
Yeah.
a certain generation of it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to know these kids win. So go check out a West Hills game. He said the Santana one will have all the information. I never know which direction to swipe or click, but in one of these general directions, there will be information on how you can catch a West Hills baseball game this year and go see Nathan Hikes playing. Nathan, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.